You want to wave? You're on camera.
Okay.
So can we please get the paperwork for the verification and the certification of the mechanics that worked on my vehicle?
The certification here. We will
you don't have your mechanics certification on site?
No.
That's not legal.
Employment records.
That's employment records. Can we try this again, please, sir?
Okay. So, we're in a little bit of an impasse. I'm telling you, you can go ahead and sue me. We've done only what
I'm telling you, I don't even want to sue you, dude. You're worrying about covering your butt. The only thing,
I'm trying to be nice.
The only thing I'm asking you for is the documentation and the proof of the people who worked on my vehicle. Are you really refusing to give me the documentation on the proof of the people who worked on my vehicle, sir?
You can't have him working on cars if you don't got a copy of his certifications in your shop. You need a copy of it. Telling me you've been certified for 15 years doesn't mean shit to me.
Nope, that's the law.
Howdy, sir. Okay.
You have all these certifications up for people that are supposedly legal to be working on vehicles, sir, and you let a person work on my vehicle is not legally certified to work on my vehicle, and now you are refusing to give me his credentials, correct?
Wrong.
You tell me it any other way, please.
Have his credentials here.
Have you ever seen him?
No, never have. He's been a mechanic for 30 years, so do you want to go back and talk to him?
Sure, we can. Not a problem. We'll go back to talk to him and find out how come.
You're staying here.
No, I will have a male escort me in a male premises. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Not a problem. They already had me back there earlier. They already allowed me back there earlier today.
I'm here and I know what the fuck a shop's supposed to have and what it's not supposed to have. And it's because me going, I've been around mechanics my whole life. He's like, good.
Hello, sir.
What's up?
I'm just trying to get documentation, proof of what was done to my vehicle, and yes, and just so you are aware, this is all being recorded outright.
So you can leave.
So you don't have your certification on you as you worked on my vehicle, sir?
Why would I
You don't have a copy of your certification on the walls or anywhere on this premises as you worked on my vehicle, sir? Is that correct?
You shouldn't be working on cars for someone unless they see your
That's besides the point. This is my vehicle. That's all that we are discussing. Did you work on my vehicle without having any proper certification on the premises, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, may I have all of my documentation on every single thing that was done to my car, please?
No.
You're not going to give me my receipts and my copies of everything that you did?
I'll give you the receipt.
And you will not give me the documentation on everything that was done to my car. Is that what you are telling me, sir?
No, you're going to get the receipt.
And you will not give me the proper printout of the work that you did to my vehicle, that was done to my vehicle on this property? You are refusing to give me that proper legal documentation, sir?
I'm going to give you the receipt once you pay the bill.
I don't have a problem paying the bill. I've got my money right here, dude. I am asking you for the proof. What documentation? Please present that now so that I can see what was done to my vehicle, what I am paying for, all the way around. And what proof you had to go off of to do this to my vehicle. How the grounds came about where it made it so that you did this. That's going to be the diagnostics that you're refusing to give me, because that's what made you guys decide what you were going to be done.
We didn't print them out.
You did a diagnostic test on my car, which made it so that you decided the proper action that you thought needed to be done. As you did not have a properly certified mechanic work on my vehicle, and now my vehicle is messed up even worse than it was. All I am doing is asking you to please give me my paperwork.
Okay.
And you are trying very, very hard just to fight me.
Well, you're not exactly helping me either. So
I'm being very calm, sir, being very professional with you, and you are doing everything you can to try to block me, to not give me legal documentation as to what was done to my vehicle. That's all that I'm asking for, nothing else. Legal documentation of the people who worked on my vehicle and my vehicle. That's not an opinion, that's fact, sir.
No, that's opinion.
You don't think that it's a fact that I'm asking you for documentation of the stuff that you did to my vehicle?
No, I'll give it to you. That's what I'm doing right now.
All of it, including the diagnostics. See, then you're repeating.
diagnostics you
How
did
did
not
you?
print out.
How did you come about deciding what needed to be worked on my vehicle, sir? How was that decided?
Test.
You ran a diagnostic test,
There's
and what
4
codes were thrown?
There's 4 codes for transmission.
What codes were thrown?
PO 715, PO 731A,
Take a copy of that too.
and PO. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
PO 733.
you have no right to refuse information on her vehicle.
It's my vehicle, legal rights. It's got
You
my name
have
and my
to give
vehicle
us
on
a
it. You
copy
have
of
to,
that.
and you've got a copy of it right there, sir.
No, I don't think there's any problem here.
Just a copy, please. Thank you. I appreciate that
I don't
greatly.
know why that had to be a big deal, but
That way I at least have the backing of why the things came about. So when my mechanic looks at everything, he understands why the train of thought occurred. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that greatly. Ron, could you please continue to hold this since you are my witness in this, Ron York? You guys take debit cards, correct?
Yes, I do.
And my total is what exactly, sir? $112.70, is that correct?
$121.56.
Oh, $121.56, and we are paying for, yep, I see now. It says labor. I was told I was not going to be paying for labor.
To change the transmission fluid?
I was told that I was going to be paying for parts only. That was an agreement that was made with the person that was apparently my husband over the phone. That's what he called back and told me outright was agreed upon, that I was to be paying for the expenses of oil. I will call him up right now, sir.
Call him up because I still speak English.
I'm sure that you do. I've never questioned that myself. I'm saying if you guys agree, I apologize. That's not.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with me. Me and you right here. I was told outright that labor expenses were going. I was told outright that labor expenses were going to be wiped because of what occurred, because the person was not certified to be working on it, and I was supposed to be only paying for the actual parts and the filter and the oil that was put in there. So if I'm paying for labor again, that's not what was agreed upon after my vehicle was not fixed after being worked on in your shop.
Now, I talked to your husband, friend, whatever he is, who's a certified mechanic.
Master mechanic.
Oh, big deal. I got one of those too. There was never anything said. He screamed and yelled at me. He wanted a line pressure test. He wanted a bunch of stuff.
All the things that should have properly been done before you guys decided what was wrong with my vehicle.
But there's a problem there. We could have charged you for that. That's not a problem. We could have taken a line pressure test. We are not a transmission shop.
Which is not what I was informed of. I was told that I was going to be taken care of and that the transmission was the problem and that the code spit out this, and we will do an oil change or a transmission change for you and change the filter, and hopefully, nobody said anything about seeing what's inside. I was told my oil was a little dirty and it had an odor to it by the man who talked to me, who was taking off when I pulled in here. Okay, so in the meantime, thank you so much for distracting me. I appreciate that.
Well, you interrupt me when I'm trying to tell you. So.
That's not true. Actually, we've got the playback on that. I did this time right there. But every time you talk, I am very, very sure to sit there and let you finish your sentence. But when you do interrupt me in the middle of my sentences, I will finish talking. Because I'm not a little girl for some mechanic who thinks that he knows what he's doing, who obviously doesn't, because to try to pull the wool over my eyes.
We're not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes.
You're trying to get me to pay for transmission.
knowing full well you can't work on a transmission.
I told him to come and get the transmission. He called.
Why didn't you tell her when it started showing codes that you guys are not certified to work on transmissions? You do not know how.
Why was it even?
Why'd you even touch it?
This is the problem. We do know how. We do not do it because we don't have a shop to do it.
Then why didn't you say that when we first pulled in?
Okay, thank you for interrupting me. I will finish now. We seen this, and I talked to your guy. He says what would you do? And I said, well, we'd either try to find a used tranny or get this one overhauled and we'd install it, pull it out and install it. That's as far as we go. I am certified to do automatic transmissions. I'm not for sure what Curtis is.
Continue, sorry.
But we do not do them here.
So the thing is...
It's just our choice to not do them here because there's too many and too many different things go on.
Then why did you accept the job if you guys were not available to do it the right way? Why, when I brought it in, why was the job accepted if you guys are not properly equipped to do the job?
Because we would have went right up the road to Transmissions Plus.
Yeah, I wish you would have.
I wish so too. But the
But
fact of the matter is,
I was told that
you did not tell us you do not do transmission work in your shop. And then you started working on her transmission.
I was told.
Why would you start a job you know good and well you cannot finish? That's what I want to know.
We have a transmission flushing machine. The light was on. You had drivability problems. We do that. We do drivability problems. The light was on. Jim seen what the codes were in the car, and they were transmission codes.
Yes, sir.
He did not drive this before he seen what transmission codes were.
Actually, he did. He drove it from over there where it was parked all the way over there into your shop, which I witnessed him do personally.
Okay.
He did drive my vehicle.
That's not really a test drive.
And he still drove it, but you can't say
That's
that he didn't
really
drive it because he did.
But I'm doing other jobs. So, as this comes along, he says there's transmission codes in here. We will have to pull the pan and see what's in the pan and change the filter, see if that helps. We never said this would absolutely help, 100%.
No, actually what I was told verbatim was there's dark color in your transmission oil. So we are going to change the fluid for you, give you a new filter, and hopefully that'll fix everything up for you from there. I said that would be great because I just need it running well enough to get it home to my master mechanic, no matter what, so long as we can get it there. He said, I can't guarantee you that we can get it all the way there, perfect condition, but we're going to try for you. That's what was explained to me. Now, when he called me on the phone and he told me that he is the one that actually worked on my car, which you guys can go ahead and lie and say all that you want to, where he's lying and saying that he worked on my car, or the gentleman that is, or that the gentleman that is in the back worked on my car, because it doesn't matter. All three of you have been sitting here scheming and doing whatever it is, saying whatever it is, being angry and doing the mechanic mail when the person comes and picks it up. I know how the things work. I work for doctors. You guys, you're nothing. The way that your guys' the way that your structures work, it's the same way that doctors' offices work, but the difference is you're working on cars and I work on people.
And your mistakes are buried.
Never.
I would like to say.
Never.
I would like to say, and you just interrupted me.
As you interrupted me, actually, while I was still talking.
I would like to say that we are not making a fortune off of $121.
I don't care. I don't make a fortune off of my living either. That doesn't matter. That's not the point. That's not the point in the slightest bit. The point is, did a person work on my car that does not have credentials in this building to be working on my car?
Yeah. How
Yes
about
or
this?
no?
You
And
show
the
me
answer
the
is yes,
certification for ever turn the wrench on that transmission, and we'll pay the labor fee. But unless I see ASC certifications for whoever was working on the car,
I guess we're going to have a problem here then.
That's fine. I've got my keys to my car.
Okay. If the car leaves here, we'll turn it in as stolen.
That's funny. And that does what exactly? It's in my name outright.
Yeah.
You report my car stolen after you guys break it and then try to get me to pay bogus fees.
You know what's really bad about this is we don't own your car.
You're right, I do. I own my car.
We didn't break it.
And I brought it in here and you guys said you would fix it. So, would you like to let me know what's going on now, sir?
No, it wouldn't. So,
oh my goodness.
the whole purpose of this is you want to not pay $65.
I'm not going to pay for a service.
Wants to
fee,
not pay
a
for
service
a
fee
non-certified
for a service that did
mechanic
not get
to work on the
accomplished
vehicle.
The proper way by a mechanic that is not properly certified to be working on it. You're correct. That is exactly what is documented on camera.
So, if we go to court and we produce his certification, then what are you going to do?
I'll say
Pay
this
it.
for you. Maybe you should keep it in your shop from now on, and I'll pay you. I'm
'Cause if
simply
you could just
asking
pull out
for the
that
certification,
certification,
that's
we'd
all.
give you the money
I
and be
never
gone.
tried to cause problems with you. All
How's
I
it
did
going?
was ask you for the back paperwork so that when I go to my mechanic can look at everything, know the thoughts that were going through the people's heads that were working on my vehicle, because he can see the certification that they have and be able to fix my vehicle accordingly. I do not understand, sir, why you are causing such a big problem with this.
I'm not causing the problem. I want to get paid.
I'd love to be able to leave
should
without
keep your
you threatening
mechanic's
to
certification
report
here.
my car stolen.
Well, maybe I was wrong in saying that, but if a car leaves here without being paid, you're defrauding
And you
shopkeeper.
defrauded me by allowing somebody to work on my vehicle that is not properly certified to do so. Out of your own mouth.
I don't think so.
You said you can't provide proof of his certification.
No.
That's why you're
Yes,
supposed
you
to
did.
keep
That's on
proof
tape,
of
sir.
certification in your
You
shop.
You cannot find any proof of certification of that man. You said it repeatedly.
I don't have it. He doesn't have it.
Then he shouldn't be working at your shop. He should get a new copy of it, like you're supposed to.
That's not following federal codes.
Okay. What kind of federal codes do we have to follow here?
Ooh, I wish I had my laptop. I'd pull them up exactly and I'd give you the exact
How about this?
numbers.
Say your guy worked on that Camaro in there, right? Camaro blows up, catches on fire on the track. He can't provide his certs. That's his bad. Because he's not certified if he doesn't have his certifications. They're not just a random piece of paper. You're not certified if you don't have your certs.
That's the way that it is with all people that work on anything, including doctors. You have to keep your certification on site. That's the law. And you guys are going to be turned in outright for not having your proper certifications on site. That's something I legally have to do because I'm a medical professional and I know that you guys are breaking the law. And because that's on tape and I know that, I can get in trouble now for not turning you in.
Okay.
And it's like, if you went to a dentist, would you just take his word for it that he's a dentist if he couldn't find a certification?
Who knows? Exactly what's the name of the husband friend that called me?
Not to be worried about right now. If he thinks that there's something even more wrong with it, I'll have him call you again.
Well, I'd just like to have his name and phone number.
His name is Mitch and his phone number is on your caller ID already.
What's his phone number?
It's on
What's
the caller
last
ID.
name?
That's not for me to give out. That is not my right to do so.
So you're refusing to tell
That
me?
is, it's not my legal
What does he
right
have to
give
do with it?
people's last names to you.
His certification isn't in question here, is it? He didn't touch the
I
van.
haven't seen his certification.
And he hasn't touched the van. His certification is fucking irrelevant.
Nothing to do with anything of the relevance of
All you're doing is trying to drag your feet because you don't want to prove yourself. Like, you know we're right, dude. You know you shouldn't have a guy working in your shop who doesn't have his certifications with him.
Yes, Shannon, this is Lou at Post Falls Performance. I'm having a customer dispute here. Okay? Yeah, Laura, this is Lou at Post Falls Performance. I'm having a customer dispute, and I'm not for sure where to go at this point. Yes, they are. And they are threatening to take the car without paying the bill.
No.
Well, I'm threatening to take you to court. That's the difference. You should tell the whole story, not half of it, sir.
And we're going to pay the bill.
And we're fully intent on paying the bill, so tell the truth, please, sir.
Just wait for, if he's calling the cops, let him show up. We'll explain it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be funny when he comes out. Oh, I found him.
Yes, they are. Yes. 773-2900. Okay, thanks.
Remember, the whole thing's on tape, and I never actually threatened to take my car. That was a lie. I said, I have the keys to my car, and I could take my car. I never threatened to take my car off the property. I said that I could, but that's really funny.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That was a statement. I
Yes.
have my keys.
And there's a witness,
How is
and
that
it's
a
on
threat?
camera.
Saying, I am going to take the
I
car.
never said that
That's
I
a
would
threat.
not pay for my vehicle. I don't have the slightest problem paying for it. I will not pay somebody who was not certified properly to be working on my vehicle. And I will see you guys in a lot of trouble for fraudulently doing it.
Oh, man, I'm shaking my boots. I'm sorry.
Actually, you were shaking pretty good when you were holding the phone.
I have missed.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
Yeah. Sorry about that, sir.
One of those things. So,
It's funny that it has to be make this big, huge deal when all I asked you to do was make it so that I'm paying for what was properly done to my vehicle and get proper paperwork and documentation. It's sad that you have to put up this much of a fight to give me proper documentation.
Yeah, I've never seen any mechanic.
I'm
fight
just
over
waiting to see
paperwork like
documentation.
that.
That's
And
sad.
Like I said, my dad's a professional driver. I've been dealing with mechanics since I could walk. I've never dealt with a mechanic with an attitude like yours.
okay.
How your shop continues to go, I don't know. Maybe one of your guys is good.
Okay. That's your opinion. I'm in Post Falls Performance. Yeah. How you doing, sir? Oh, okay.
Can we hold this for a second? Thanks.
Okay. Oh, we're not in that big a hurry, but. Oh, okay. Okay. You bet. Bye.
How come the name of the person who worked on my car and the name of the person who ran these codes is not on this paperwork?
Okay, number 1025 worked on your car.
Mechanic
What's his
number
name?
1025. You already
Curtis.
gave me his
You already
name.
met him.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the gentleman who worked on my car who just got back? What's his name?
Jim.
Jim, can you have him come out here one more time, please? Thank you so much.
Yeah, anytime. Hey, Jim. Yeah.
It's like I told him several times, all he's got to do is show certs of fucking mechanic and
They called the cops. That's so funny.
I'm gonna tell the cops the same
Yep.
fucking thing.
Go right
You can't
ahead.
charge. Oh, I'm going to have a cigarette.
Sure.
You can't freaking charge someone for a certified mechanic to work on your car.
I
You
think
can't
it's
put
funny that he's
certified-
lying to the cops. That's funny. You're lying to the police. That's a sad thing that you're lying to the police. Is the other gentleman who worked on my vehicle going to come out here? Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you.
Anytime.
This is really being made a bigger deal than it has to be. I'm not even threatening to take my car. That's a bullshit thing. All I'm asking for literally is the paperwork and the names of the people that worked on my car so that I have the documentation to give to my mechanic. That is all.
Okay.
That's all. I'm just asking for names. I know that you worked on my car. You pulled it back. You ran the codes. Could I get your name, please? Can I get his name? He agreed that I would not be paying for a service fee because of what occurred. That was supposed to not be done.
Well,
and
what we did is I didn't charge a diagnostic fee.
Okay.
Okay.
And he was trying to refuse to give me the diagnostic even after that, which I was able to successfully get from him.
Okay.
But my confusion, which he could not explain, was the fact that I was told that we wouldn't be paying the diagnostics fee or the service fee. So paying the service fee is confusing to me only because of the fact that my vehicle is not fixed, and I was told, as well as my master mechanic was told outright, that it was worked on by a person that did not have the certification. He cannot produce any legal certification at all, and word of mouth is wonderful I'm drawing a blank on the word the way people think of you for years and years. Reputation. Thank you. Reputation.
Okay.
Is very, very important, and that's wonderful that he has a very good reputation about him. He's been a mechanic for so long, but there's no certification on site at all whatsoever for this man. And I am asking I will pay for the oil, I will pay for everything that was literally put into my vehicle, but I will not pay for labor charges for a man that cannot even produce certification that he's supposed to work on a car. And I'm not threatening to leave. I'm asking to go over this very, very calmly when there's no paperwork. That's not legal.
We don't have to provide a certified technician when you bring it into a shop. I mean, we do have technicians here that aren't certified, such as myself.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that you did anything wrong
said,
by running the codes. I'm saying the
there's
gentleman
nothing-
that actually worked on it,
Okay.
you have to have his credentials on site to actually start working on a vehicle. He has no credentials on site.
Okay, and is that a law in Washington?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, it's not here.
According to the other mechanics here in Idaho, it is.
No.
That there should be a
No.
certification on the
It's-
wall. As you guys have
It's
this
nice-
huge
it's nice
wall.
that you have certifications, but it's not a law that a technician has to be certified to work on a car.
Then how can he be called a mechanic if he's not certified as a mechanic? That's
I've
that's a
been a
nurse.
mechanic for 38
That's a nurse
years.
calling or an assistant saying that they're a nurse, and you go to jail for that type
Not
of stuff.
necessarily. We're not working on people. I'm human
Thankfully,
beings.
otherwise, man, I'd be scared if I put my kid in here and they walked out totally broken.
Yeah. Well, for one, we wouldn't work on people.
Right. And I don't have a problem paying my bill. All I want is my car and I want to go home. I do not think that I deserve to be paying labor when my car was worked on the way that it was. I will pay for every single other thing. I'd even paid for the diagnostics. I don't care. The main thing that pissed me off is the labor part. But you already wiped the diagnostics thing, and it was agreed upon outright that it was supposed to be diagnostics and labor. And that's all I'm asking for is you guys to keep your end of the deal. That's all.
Okay, then would you mind if I switched the labor to the diagnostics?
Well, how much
and
is the
then wipe out-
diagnostics?
The diagnostics would be 60,
See?
usually.
And I was told that it was both of them were both going to get wiped off, and that would have been $120 that should have been wiped off there total.
Yeah. I don't know who told you that. Well, I wasn't talking to you
Right.
just now.
Right.
Okay. But I said that it would be about 180 or 190.
Right. That's what I was told by you.
Right.
For the expenses and the service charge and everything else. That's correct.
And so I know it's less than that.
Right.
You know.
Right. So,
Okay. So how about if I do that? If I switch the diagnostics from the labor and not charge you for the labor and just charge you
if
for
that's
the
what
fluid
the way
and
that the
filter.
paperwork states it, and that's the only thing that I've been trying to explain to the other gentleman. It's the paperwork. It's the legit documentation
As
outright.
soon as I walked in, that guy was giving us attitude. Oh, no, I'm not going to give you your paperwork.
That's
No, I'm not
actually
gonna
why
do
I
this.
got the camera
Here's
out,
your
because
thing,
I
give
won't
us the
deal with
copy of
this.
The diagnostic paperwork.
Well, we don't have a printer on our diagnostic machine.
Yeah.
You know,
But
so
he
all
had-
I do is
He had it
write
already.
I
He
write
had
it
it
down.
sitting right
And it's
here,
not that
I was
hard
like,
to
well,
copy
we'll
it.
Take a copy of that too, and he's like, no, you won't.
He caused a
been-
problem outright, which
Pretty
was
much whoever
completely
spoke to him on the phone
unnecessary.
Pissed him off, so when we came in here, he was giving me all sorts
I
of
think
shit.
it was your
Not
boyfriend.
not really. He's my mechanic.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I think that he said what he